This is going to be a very serious critique of the Superman movie. So spoiler-free one real quick. I think the movie's good. I think it looks good. I think the story's good. I think all the performances are good. I think the direction's good. I think the action's good. I think the pacing is a little off. The story beats sometimes feel a little but overall, Superman movie's really good. If that's all you wanted, just a nice, quick Superman review, you can be gone. What I really want to do is I want to analyze what Snyder fans have a problem with. First of all, I want to say I watched Man of Steel. I thought it was good. I don't have a problem with Zack Snyder. However, I do have a problem with his cultish fans. Now, I get that these people probably don't actually think what they say. I mean, some people probably actually do want to suck on the Snyder's cock. I get it, okay? But I know Twitter emboldens cucks, so I know that a lot of these people are just saying shit to rile people up. I'm fine with that. Let me explain the discourse real quick, actually. Snyder makes a Superman movie. He has Henry Cavill, a Chad, who floats around and goes like this all the time. And that's what he does. He doesn't get beat up a lot. He doesn't get faced with a lot of confrontation. He is Superman, okay? He is not Superman, man. He's Superman. Super! Okay, so not a lot of man in there. And that's what Snyder fans want. They want that gritty realism of Superman flying around and punching people really hard, and it's awesome, and he's got big muscles, and he's handsome, and I want to kiss him. I want to kiss Henry Cavill. And what James Gunn has gone for. Now, that's a fine interpretation. There's plenty of Superman stories where he looks cool and he punches people hard, and that's awesome. Public Enemy, Batman and Superman Public Enemy. I love that movie. And that is not a lot of depth. It's Superman punching Lex Luthor. And everyone. He's punching everyone. James Gunn has gone for is not Superman. He's gone for Superman. He's gone for the man aspect of that. Does he handle that all that well? Yes, but the story arc in it is a little... Okay, let me address the criticism I've seen on Twitter, which is basically no criticism, because Twitter criticism doesn't exist because it's not real, because no one on Twitter has an IQ above 80. So, I've seen some criticism. Number one, when the trailer came out and Superman, it happens in like the first 5 minutes. Superman gets hurt by the Red Sun. He doesn't get hurt by the Red Sun. He has his organs ruptured, and they are rapidly mending under the Red Sun, first of all. And second of all, he never does that again in the movie. You want to know why? Because that signifies growth. At first, whenever he's healing, he goes, ah, because it hurts. But whenever he's healing later on, and he gets hurt worse than that later on, spoilers, by the way. Later on, he gets poisoned by kryptonite. And he has to heal from that. And whenever he encounters a Red Sun, he doesn't go, ah! I mean, a yellow sun, he doesn't go, ah! Because he's grown. It's called growth, okay? Number two, people had a problem with the fact that Superman got beat up. Yes. You see, you need a starting point in the story. If Superman is already God and can never be defeated, that's not compelling. He gets beat up once through the movie. He loses one fight. And here's what that fight is. A fight at the beginning with a guy that is his clone, spoilers, is his clone, getting precise commands from Lex Luthor, who has studied Superman for years. So it's basically the mind of Lex Luthor fighting through Superman's clone's body with moves especially orchestrated to beat Superman, with a team of little soy cuck junkies on every side of him, commanding him. So yeah, he loses, okay? You got hit by your dad as a kid, Snyder fan. So, I mean, Superman's doing pretty good for himself. That's not a nice joke, I'm sorry. This is gonna get clipped and put on the subreddit. I'm trying to be nice, but there's so many Snyder fans out there that are so insufferable. I'm trying to address the criticism. Number two, a big criticism of Man of Steel is Superman and Zod basically destroy Metropolis in their fight. They knock over like 17 buildings. And there's a scene in the movie where an intergalactic imp comes and Superman's drinking hot cocoa and talking to Lois because he's just been defamed on the worldwide news. And people are like, well, Superman is literally drinking hot cocoa while the city burns. You might notice in the background, if you're watching the movie, that there is not a single building destroyed, and that 3 metahumans had taken care of the imp by the time the scene was over. So that was interesting. So he didn't just let the city burn, by the way. Not a single casualty reported. There's a scene where monkeys are typing on computers defaming Superman, and Snyder fans claim that it was actually a conspiracy put in by James Gunn so that Gunn cultish fans can claim that Snyder fans rightly critiquing the movie are the monkeys. I don't think that might be true. Okay, it would be funny if it was true, but I don't think it is true because this movie was written, like before it was announced, and that was probably in the script. I don't know though. Botnets are a thing, 4chan is like 90% Israeli botnets. So I just saw that statistic. I don't take it as you will. I'm just saying botnets are a thing and they're real and they are used to defame people. Israel versus Palestine. Yeah, I think that was pretty overt in the movie. I don't have a problem with it. Like, the whole underlying subplot of the nations going to war seems to be pretty obviously Israel versus Palestine. It's like an old crazy dude that wants to kill all the innocents of one country, funded by an American billionaire, marching on people holding pitchforks, and they're white, and the people are Middle Eastern, obviously, and they live in the desert. So I think it's not a complicated assessment to say that. I don't have a problem with that. Number three, whatever, I've lost count. Superman's a cuck, he's a loser, look at him, he's weak chin. Number one, I want to say that guy is hot, not gay. I can admit, Henry Cavill's hot, and I know Henry Cavill's hot because Snyder fans call him hot, and they stare at his pecs and they want to lick him, okay? That's all I'm saying. Zack Snyder fans want to have sex with men so badly that they will bash anyone that is not JoJo's physique because they want to have sex with men, and they can't let their wives know that. He's hot, and he's a Chad, and he's more built than you will ever be, and he's rich, and you're the cuck because you're on Twitter whining about it. So yeah, and I don't even see the point. He's tall, he's handsome, got good hair, he's got better hair than me. He's a nice guy. That's another big criticism, is they were complaining that, oh, you helped a woman with her groceries because you saw Superman? Cuck. Sincerity is dead. A movie can't be sincere anymore. It can't say, let's all be nice to each other, because that's lame. Why isn't Superman killing people? Why didn't he snap his neck like 4 scenes ago? It would have taken the end of the movie so fast. Why does Superman want to be nice? He wants to save the kaiju. The kaiju is a stupid animal, dude. Just kill it. Dude. Criticism is that Superman doesn't kill. First of all, he does kill at the end of the movie. He drops his clone Bizarro into a black hole. And I think it's cool. Superman is cool in this movie. He saves squirrels and little girls. What's wrong with that, huh? He flies around really fast and hits people, and he saves people. It's not like Zack Snyder, where the only time you ever see him save someone is at the end when he snaps Zod's neck. It's like he goes out of his way to save people. Like, he knocks the kaiju over, it's falling into a building. Zack Snyder's Superman, I do believe, would have just punched him so hard that he flew into the building and knocked the building over, and then we never would have heard about the casualties. What I believe James Gunn tried to do is subvert that. Whatever. Another criticism I saw is that Ultraman was a ripoff of Black Noir. They ripped off the cloning thing. I think that's dumb. Bizarro is a character, and it was obviously a cover-up for Bizarro. You go into the movie, people that like Superman know Ultraman. He's an alternate reality thing, and he's got superpowers. So it was obviously a cover-up for the Bizarro reference, okay? It was not a Black Noir secret. Personally, I think the uniform looks like Containment Suit Doomsday. That's all I'll say. But I can get that the suit does look similar to Black Noir's suit. I can get that, but I do not think it was a ripoff at all. I think that it was a reference to Bizarro, personally. Finally, I don't remember the rest. I'm not looking at them. So here are my actual, addressing all those. I don't think the movie's perfect, okay? Zack Snyder fans, I don't have a problem with fans. I have the problem with the Twitter brain rot morons. The movie's not perfect. I think the pacing's a little weird. I think you could have structured it better, because it's like halfway through the movie he gets contained. Not maybe a little more than halfway, but I think that kind of lulls it. You know, I think the arc that they were going for Superman is that at the beginning he thinks he's like an alien. You know, he doesn't really consider himself human. When the robots play the message, it's from Krypton, and he's like, his parents soothe him, so they play his Kryptonian parents. At the end of the movie, after he gives his big speech about being human and being like the rest of us, he plays a message from his human parents, Kansas, which I did appreciate. His Kansas parents aren't hot. Zack Snyder, he wanted to get like Ben Affleck in there or something. I don't remember. The Kansas dad is hot. This guy is like fat and balding. Nothing wrong with that. He looks like a real person. Superman acts like a real person. He's not a emotionally stunted god complex figure. He gives hope to people. The relationship between Superman and Lois, I think, was natural. I liked the Daily Bugle stuff. The newspaper stuff, I thought they tied that in interestingly. I thought Lex's plan was good. I didn't think it was too hard to follow. It's not for kids. It is for kids, but they do execute a man on screen with a revolver. So, and I mean, people die in it. Metamorpho. That's another thing. I liked the use of underappreciated characters. You want to put a Green Lantern in there? Put in Guy Gardner. That's a good one. Metamorpho, his dumb little baby made of uranium. Hawkgirl, Mr. Terrific, he was great. They put Jimmy Olsen in there. I think the Hammer of Valeria is a real thing. The Engineer, she was pretty cool. I thought the plan to fill his lungs with nanites was interesting. So yeah, I think some certain arcs could have been conveyed better. I thought the government stuff was kind of glossed. I think it was good enough, but could have, I don't know, done something more with it. I get the sacrifices need to be made. My mom got bored watching a 2-hour movie. It didn't feel like 2 hours. It felt longer, which is a good thing. It means they really capitalized on their time. The action was good. James Gunn, in every movie, I think, he has a swirling action shot where someone's standing still, and around them, the camera swirls around, and a bunch of action's going on. They had that with Mr. Terrific. I thought it was good. Yeah, movie was good. I don't hate Zack Snyder. I don't hate Man of Steel, and I don't hate Zack Snyder fans. I do think that people who feel so emboldened by internet anonymity that they could just say whatever they want on Twitter, which you can. I don't care. But I think you're just saying stuff. You probably don't even believe that okay? But I do have a problem with them basically just like misinterpreting everything. And James Gunn fans are being a little lame. I'm not a James Gunn fan, you know. I like his movies, but I'm not like a diehard. But I think that if you go up to a Zack Snyder fan and say, I hope you die of lung cancer, that's lame. So personally, what I think you should do, ignore the trolls, peace to all the rest. That's my Superman review.